What do you tell parents now? I don't believe, maybe you disagree and that's fine. I don't believe we can be hands off, non-political, don't talk about it anymore. I just don't, I think those days are past. Sad, but I think they're past. What do you tell parents?
Yeah, so my oldest is 5, so I can protect him a little more from this. First thing, you gotta fill your kid's cup before the liars get to it first. So I just think of my children as it's like a cup, and if you avoid filling them with truth, then the first liar who comes by, the first drag queen who comes by and fills them up with whatever nonsense they can think of, that's what they're gonna think is true, because they got there first. And there's no excuse, parents, for you letting someone who hates you and your values and your children to get to your kids first ahead of you. You have to get there first and fill them up with truth so that when the other evil people come in and try to pour in their lies, there's no room for it because your kid's already filled with truth. Silly, perhaps, example, but it's because my kid's young. Pride flags, the rainbow flags, whatever, they're all over the place. My kids see a rainbow flag and they think of Noah and God's promise that he's never gonna flood the earth again and God loves you. We filled that up first before someone can come in and tell them that it's like men who like to have sex with men, or what, you know what I mean? We got there ahead of them. And I do think there's also a role of making sure you curate your kids' inputs in their life. And you can't trust anyone at all to do this for you. You can't trust Disney. There's nothing you can trust. Like if you go to YouTube Kids, it's all pride content. It's all gay, everything. It's everywhere. So you have to get in front of it and you have to fill your kids with the truth and you have to protect them as much as you can for as long as you can. I don't see anything wrong with that. But to leave them out to the wolves because you want to be the cool parent or whatever, no. Those days are gone.
Mike, what about all these companies? What do we do about that? I mean, I wasn't making that up about Oreos. I haven't bought them since, and I freaking love Oreos. Sent my son, I'm in the grocery store, go get some Oreos. He comes back, he said, Dad, why are they all rainbow colored now? And I hate it. We got NASCAR, it doesn't matter, everywhere you turn now. Yeah. What am I, the American citizen, supposed to do? Because I feel surrounded and I feel helpless.
Live on the commune, off the grid, which is like every man's dream right now. Like I talk to so many men who just want to like give up on all that and just like go and like raise their families like the right way. I can tell you this first thing. This is all part of the plan, okay? Actually, I'm gonna contradict what I just said a second ago. It's all part of the plan. There was a book written in 1987. It was actually a magazine article by 2 Harvard grads, and it turned into a book called After the Ball. And it's all about the beginnings of the gay lobby and how we're gonna make homosexuality normal in America, right? And it lays out an 8-step plan that the gay rights lobby has done to a T, just absolutely perfect. And the very first thing that they say is they quote, speak as loudly and as often as possible about homosexuality. Normalize it, destigmatize it, desensitize it, make it everywhere nonstop all the time. Literally, as you said, bombard people with homosexuality and make it normal. This was their plan back in the 80s and they've done it to an absolute T. As you said, you can't even go through the grocery store. So we can't give up, and that's where I'm gonna contradict the joke I made a second ago. You can't give up on this. Do not just, as a parent, be like, well, it's everywhere, whatever. You have to stand for the truth. You have to have the courage to maybe not be popular, say something that is against what your kids, drag queen teachers, transgender teachers are saying. You have to stand up for the truth, have the courage to do it when no one else will. And even if that means you're the remnant, the few of us who are willing to do that, we cannot give up on this fight, parents, because your children's souls are on the line with this if you give them up to the wolves.